find this a very illuminating human lab that we're doing today. We just saw 3 firefighters who say going into a fire in their gear is like wearing a snowsuit into a pizza oven. And they all have the sweat stains to prove it. So we had them check out products that promise to put a stop to the sweating in our latest human lab. Let's see what happened next.
192 to 911, unnotified fire.
We gave John the SweatBlock liquid formula that is designed to eliminate the wetness for a period of 7 days.
I was very skeptical when I got into testing this product, but after trying it for the first couple of times and using it day to day, it really is a good product. You apply the pad once a week, just did it every Sunday night, and yes, go about your day-to-day life, and you don't even notice that the product's on you at all. I have actually noticed a large decrease in the areas that I applied it to. I applied it to my underarms, and where my shirt will be completely soaked through after a fire or a workout, I will raise my arms and there's dry patches underneath my arms. I would recommend this product to anybody. It was a very good product and it actually works. It works well because I tested it hard.
Pretty damp.
So Alan tried the Kleinert's Mature Basics fluid-resistant underwear that claims to absorb excessive sweat, well, frankly, below the belt.
The underwear are surprisingly comfortable. I wore the underwear while fighting fires. In the beginning, the underwear were working fine. I was completely dry down there. But as weeks went on, the product wore out and it wasn't so fresh down there. Washing the underwear were more work than actually wearing the underwear. You had to hand wash them in cold water with a special soap, and I had to hang them on the line with my wife's pantyhose. I would recommend this underwear to people that would maybe be sitting in a hot office all day, or somebody that might sit on their rear end all day.
For Rocco, his problem is that no underarm antiperspirant will ever do. So we knew he had to take it to the extreme. He tried the Dryonic underarm device that claims to help the underarms stay dry for a period of up to 6 weeks.
You just turn it on and hold it there for an hour or 45 minutes, and then you just take it out and clean the pads. The product is pretty time-consuming because you have to use it 7 times for 45 minutes over the course of a week. Since I started using the Dryonic, it's not stopped me from sweating, but it's less sweat, I've noticed.
Friend Dr. Carey. Please welcome Dr. Carey back to our show. And all of our firemen are with us in the front row as well. I know. So, Dr. Carey, I mean, is there a physiological reason that we sweat to begin with?
Sure, we sweat to cool off when we're hot, when we exercise. It's our natural body's process for cooling. And it's controlled by what's called the sympathetic nervous system. But for some people, this nervous system is overactive, which will cause excessive sweating beyond what's normal, uncontrollable, and that's when it's called hyperhidrosis, which can be a big problem for a lot of people.
So John used the SweatBlock, and you liked it. You said it was great.
I did. I was the most skeptical person in the world going into this. I didn't think that anything could stop my underarms from sweating. After trying it for 6 weeks, absolutely amazing. Fought 3 fires with it, countless hours of training, my workouts. First day back after a fire, took the jacket off. You could have wrung out the shirt, arms up in the air, dry as could be.
So cool. So explain how this product works.
This is a very effective product. SweatBlock is made of aluminum chloride, which is stronger than what's found with over-the-counter antiperspirants, and it works by blocking the sweat glands. Actually, the aluminum goes into the ducts of the sweat glands, makes them swell, and so the sweat cannot escape. And it actually is in a prescription strength as well, which is a little bit stronger than what the SweatBlock is. So this is a great intermediate step for people who aren't really getting the effectiveness that they need from the over-the-counter antiperspirants, but they still want something before having to go to the doctor to get a prescription.
And that's not medically dangerous, because you can perspire through other parts of your body.
That's right.
Okay. So we got 1 winner so far. I'm taking some of those home.
You're very good.
Okay, so Alan, God bless him, who runs 80 miles a week and is a fireman, tried the magic underwear, tried the anti-sweat garment. You didn't have as much luck as your friend.
No, not at all. In addition to firefighting, I'm also obviously a competitive runner, and The product just didn't live up to my expectation.
You're very active, Alan, so for you this might not be the most practical thing, because the way it works is it absorbs the sweat off the skin, and if you're someone who's active, it's going to feel heavy and uncomfortable. But if you're someone who's in an office job and you're just sitting around all day, maybe it'll work.
It depends on the amount of activity.
I think so.
And to be fair, we have a statement to read from the company. We contacted them and told them about the results, and they say that the Mature Basics fluid-resistant underwear should have a long and useful life, provided that the user follows the specific washing instructions and clothes for the product, which recommend against hot water, heated dryers, commercial detergents, or bleach. And to be fair, our firefighter did say that.
That's right.
That it took a lot of special care, and for him, that didn't work for his lifestyle either. Let's move along to Rocco. So Rocco, this looked time-consuming to me. So you have to keep the Dryonic device in place for 45 minutes at a time?
Right. Well, it would have worked. I think it would have worked a little better if the pads were a little larger, because they were about 1 inch by 1 inch, and it didn't cover the entire underarm. And it is very time consuming. You have to put in 7 hours, and it's supposed to stop you for 6 weeks, but it lessened the sweat, didn't completely stop it.
Well, how does this gizmo work?
This is a great and effective device that's actually quite respected in the medical community.
Really?
Yes, the way that it works is it sends a mild electrical current to the skin where it's in contact with the pad. And what that does is it causes a microscopic thickening of the outer layer of the skin so that the sweat can't get through. So it works extremely effectively in about 85% of people. After 6 weeks, they're still dry. But the problem is, as you said, Rocco, it only is going to work where it's coming into contact with the skin. And in the underarm, it's sort of an awkward shape. It also can be used for the hands and the feet, which are a flat and smooth surface. So I think for those areas, it may be a little more useful.
All right, well, I thank our fireman again, because it's very brave to come on and talk about something very personal. And up next, we have a recipe that is no sweat at all. In the kitchen next.